Originally, it looked like Florida struggled to get a quarterback committed in the 2022 recruiting class. At one point, the Gators had offered 13 different quarterbacks, and they watched high-profile recruit after high-profile recruit commit elsewhere. Then, they would receive a commitment from Flower Mound quarterback Nick Evers, who at the time was a 3-star recruit. Since committing, Evers has climbed up recruiting boards and has earned a 4-star rating as he looks to be the future of the Gators program. That leaves the question, who is Nick Evers? Stay tuned to find out. In the Who Is series, we go through the backstories of up-and-coming collegiate and pro athletes. If there's a player you want to see in future episodes, make sure to let me know in the comment section below. Nick Evers comes out of Flower Mound, Texas, which is a suburb of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Nick first took over the starting quarterback job at Flower Mound High School last year, but his head coach Brian Basil remembers how great of a quarterback he was back in middle school. Basil remembers Nick studying film in middle school and was always on the field after camps and summer workouts. Nick was so serious about football that his family hired a quarterback coach and a nutritionist before he even ever started a varsity snap. What that meant in the long run for Nick was when it was time for him to take over the starting quarterback job, he was ready and impressed quickly. Basil told The Athletic, "We knew the skill set he had and we could project what he was capable of doing. But until he takes those first varsity snaps, with everything going on around him, you wonder about him being able to handle all that." As the season went along, he answered all those questions. In our first game, he showed that he had great pocket presence, poise, and command of the offense, and he made some great throws. He's extremely accurate and puts the ball on receivers' hands in tight windows. You could see on tape the arm talent, and that's when schools really got interested in him. Evers finished the season throwing for 2,591 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. He also contributed on the ground, rushing for 246 yards and 4 touchdowns. Due to his performance, Nick was named the first team selection for Texas District 6-6A, and leading up to his senior year, Nick impressed on the camp circuit. He was given the quarterback MVP honors at the Under Armour All-American Camp on March 15th, and 5 weeks later, he performed well at the Elite 11 Dallas Regional Camp, which led to him being invited to the Elite 11 Finals. After receiving the invite, Evers told 24/7 Sports, "It's always been something I have dreamed of since I was younger and watching the show. I wanted to be a part of it, and it's a group of talented guys. I'm very thankful for the opportunity and I'm ready to ball out." While competing on the camp circuit, Nick was able to boost his recruiting profile, becoming a 4-star recruit. Leading up to the Elite 11 Finals, Evers spent time training and perfecting his footwork. He spoke on the preparation and the opportunity to compete at the camp, saying, "I was really just trying to work on my craft in general. I'm looking forward to making every single throw to get the best score possible." Evers' future college coaches told him to just have a clear head and have fun. Once you start letting unnecessary things go to your head, then that's when you start doing things wrong. And they said no matter the outcome of the Elite 11, you still have a roster spot with us. So they're just like, just keep that clear head and have fun, and then just go do your thing. At the Elite 11 Finals, Nick was impressed by showing off his strong arm and having a nice zip on the ball. During the first night of the camp, he had the throw of the night during the rail shot challenge. After the first night, Nick told all Gators, "Honestly, I feel like I could spin the ball the best, consistently. When I'm fully locked in and in game mode, it's hard for me to stop. I feel like I throw the prettiest ball, and quite frankly, I have the mentality that I'm the best quarterback here." Nick finished 4th in the SIAA's rankings among the group of 20 competitors. With Sports Illustrated writing, "There's a lot of powerful arms among the group of Elite 11 finalists, but the Florida Gators commit put zip on his passes as consistently as anyone." Evers impressed onlookers in the rail shot competition with a perfect first throw and another solid performance to follow, although it wasn't enough to push him through the end of the challenge according to the coaches. There were some minor placement issues on throws rolling to his left side, but otherwise, Evers put the ball in a catchable spot for his receivers far more often than not. We will want to see his footwork improve on under center drops as he plays in a high school offense that operates solely out of the shotgun, but he grew more comfortable on each rep in that department. Earlier in September, Evers spoke to Gator Territory talking about how he had a little over 1,300 total yards through the first 3 games of the season. So far this season, Flower Mound is 3-4, but I could not find how well Evers is doing himself. They have a few games left in the season as they fight for a playoff spot. As of now, Nick Evers, according to 24/7 Sports Composite, is a 4-star recruit who's the 11th best quarterback, 25th best player in Texas, and 144th best player nationally. He has received over 25 different Division I offers from the likes of Auburn, Florida, Iowa, Ole Miss, and Penn State. His first Power 5 offer came from Colorado on January 28, 2021, but his recruitment would really pick up in March. That is when Florida would offer Nick, who was one of the 13 quarterbacks offered by the Gators in his class. At the time, Florida had missed out on Nico Marchell, who committed to Florida State. At the time, 4-star quarterback Connor Wigman, who chose Texas A&M on February 4th. Even after the Gators offered him in both football and baseball, Ty Simpson chose Alabama on February 26th, which led to Cade Klubnik committing to the Clemson on March 2nd. After missing out on so many quarterbacks, Evers became a priority for the Gators as they needed a commitment in the 2022 class. At the same time, other schools were ratcheting up their interest, with Auburn, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, and Iowa all making a push during a 9-day period. He also had an offer from Penn State at one point, but that offer vanished when Drew Aller committed to the Nittany Lions. Florida spent multiple hours on a Zoom call with Nick on March 4th, and less than a week later they had secured a commitment from, at the time, a 3-star quarterback. According to The Athletic, recruiters liked his throwing form and the fact he's mobile enough to get upfield when the pocket breaks down. Programs really like his ability to process information quickly and make quick throws. Since committing to the Gators, Evers told 24/7 Sports, "I talk to Coach Mullen and Coach McGee almost daily. I have been trying to learn from Coach McGee a little bit. He's been teaching me the scheme a little bit. I am enjoying it all." Nick has also put an effort into recruiting other players in his recruiting class. He was trying to get a handful of top prospects to join him on an official visit this past June, which he successfully did. He spoke on the recruitment saying, "I have been pretty excited ever since I set the date, and I'm just trying to get as many guys up there as possible. I think it's going to be a fun day. Finally getting a chance to socialize with the coaches and have an even deeper look to Florida, showing the other guys we are recruiting." In September, after a varsity football game, Evers traveled to Florida for the Florida vs. Alabama game. It was the first time Nick and his family were able to watch the Gators in person. Nick was blown away by the atmosphere in the swamp, telling Florida Territory it exceeded my expectations. Everyone was telling me what to expect in the environment to be insane and everything, but just being a part of that is truly something you can't really describe. Just being a part of that was sick. He hopes the Florida offense will throw the ball more when he gets his opportunity to play in the future, saying, "I thought Jones was pretty good. I would like to see the ball get thrown a little more because I am a passer and that's the first thing I do. I know Emery and AR can both spin the ball. I thought Jones did a really good job and it was a really close game. We should have won. We were the better team, so it was definitely entertaining to watch." Evers is focused on recruiting Frisco, Texas wide receiver Evan Stewart to Florida, with Stewart's crystal ball between Texas and the Gators. Nick also plans to sign with the Gators during the early signing period and enroll early. With the trajectory Nick Evers is on, he could be the future of the Florida Gators program. But what do you think? How will Nick Evers do at Florida? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other videos right here. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.